Okay, so if you are from security background, specifically pen testing background, you might have used automated vulnerability scanners. It could be tools like Burp Suite, IBM AppScan, HP Web Inspect, or any tool for that matter. Now, most of these automated scanners come with two most important features. One is an option to record the login sequence. The other one is to manually explore the web application. The reason is that an active session and maximum crawling are two important elements to have better coverage of your scan, right? So I have developed a vulnerable application to show you how these two features are important for any automated scanner. So let me first show you my vulnerable web application and what kind of vulnerabilities it has. I'm going to just quickly build my Maven Java web application. I was expecting that most of my demos would fail. So as a backup, I also have videos. So just in case if my demos won't work, I have videos as backup, so don't worry.
Sir, can you also increase the font of your command prompt?
Command prompt font is actually not required. It is just output. So I'll probably increase the font size in my notepad. It's basically these are the commands I'm running. So I just ran this Maven clean install dskip tests to basically build my application. Now I'm just starting Tomcat to deploy this application. So if you see, it is still building the WAR file. I will open up another command prompt. So it'll take a few seconds. Yeah, this is done. You can see the build is success. Now, I'm not going to use any CI server like Jenkins in this demo. Basically, this is what you run even on Jenkins. So I want to keep it simple. So I'm running all these commands directly on my own laptop instead of running them on some CI server like Jenkins. I personally use Jenkins a lot for these activities. Sorry if there are any Jenkins haters like Imran. Okay, so I'm now deploying my WAR file into Tomcat by running this command. So once this is done, my vulnerable application should be available on localhost. And I'm also starting my database. All right, so now it should be ready. Now let me just quickly access the URL. There is a reason I'm showing this. It doesn't contain any crazy vulnerabilities. Basically, it has one SQL injection and one XSS. One of them is pre-auth. The other one is post-auth. So if you see, I have a SQL injection on this login page. And I do have cross-site scripting vulnerability after the login in this alert, in this search bar. So that's the one. These are the two vulnerabilities that we have in this vulnerable application. Now let me quickly start Zap and do a scan using do a quick active scan without providing any credentials or any session, and see if it can find both the vulnerabilities. If you are from security testing background, as you might have already guessed, it won't be able to detect cross-site scripting because it won't have a valid session if you are just scanning it without providing any credentials, and it won't be able to reach all the URLs that this application has. So I'm just doing a quick automated scan using Zap here. So this is how Zap looks like. In all my demos, I will keep the UIs available so that you can see what's happening. In the real world, you can actually run all of them in the background. So for example, Selenium tests, you can run them in the background in headless mode. I'm going to run everything with UI. So I'm clicking attack. As you can see, my active scan is, it looks like it's done, but it's not. It didn't completely do the scan. So I'm giving a active scan here one more time. Now it's doing a full scan. It's a very small application. It shouldn't take more than 50 seconds, more than 30 seconds, I mean. Yep, so the scan is complete. And if you look at the output, you can see SQL injection is found, but there is no XSS. This is what I was trying to say. Now, if you are from security testing background, you will have to manually record the login sequence, and you will have to crawl through the pages. Typically, these automated tools also come with some spidering capabilities. You can see that here. Now, this tool tried spidering the application. Similarly, when you provide authentication to the scanner, it will still try to do the spidering, and it will try to capture more pages as much as it can. Now, this is all good, but it may not be able to find every single feature in your application. It may not be able to find every single page that you want to scan in your application. Now, this is where this is the problem that we are trying to solve here. Now, almost all the features do have functional testing. Probably, I am assuming that in organizations, I assume that functional testing is done on most of the features to make sure that the features are working fine. Now, when that is done, the crawling part is already done by the QA teams. So that's what this session is about. So if Selenium tools like Selenium or any other functional testing tool for that matter can be used to perform functional testing, specifically acceptance testing, to make sure that the application is working as expected.